Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 15th of March. Session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First, we are looking at national affairs, and in national affairs 2, PM Narendra Modi recently visited Assam. He visited Arunachal Pradesh. He visited West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh. We know that Lok Sabha elections are on the verge, so he visited all these states, and here various projects was inaugurated by him. Say for example, on 9th of March, PM Modi inaugurated and dedicated to nation and laid the foundation stone projects worth 17,500 crore rupees in Jorhat, Assam. Then PM Narendra Modi participated in Viksit Bharat Viksit Northeast program at Itanagar in Arunachal Pradesh, and he during his visit here he inaugurated Sela Tunnel. Sela Tunnel was inaugurated, and apart from this, a new industrial development scheme for the northeastern region, that is Unnati, right? This was launched. Unnati is Uttar Purva Transformative Industrialization Scheme, that is to enhance the industrialization in the northeastern region of India. This is Unnati. Then apart from this, PM Narendra Modi inaugurated and dedicated various development projects such as in the rail sector, in road sector, that are worth 4,500 crore rupees during this Viksit Bharat Viksit West Bengal program. So we can say in West Bengal he did this. Next, he also laid the foundation for various projects that are worth 42,000 crore rupees apart from this. Then if we talk about Assam, who is the Chief Minister? Himanta Biswa Sarma. Who is the governor here? Gulab Chand Kataria. Right? Take a note of this, right? These are important. Now, if you remember, Assam is the state where the first semiconductor manufacturing plant of North India will be set up here. In which state? It will be set up in Assam. Where this will be set up? It will be set up in Assam. Moving on, which ministry has launched a national curriculum for ECCE from birth to 3 years? What is ECCE? ECCE is your early childhood care and education. I repeat, early childhood care and education. So it was Ministry of Women, Child and Development has launched a national curriculum for early childhood care and education. Education, and it is from birth to 3 years, right? It is from birth to 3 years, from 0 to 3. And a national framework, for early childhood stimulation for children, that is from, I correct myself, this early childhood care and education, right? This is a national framework for this was launched from 3 to 6 years, right? And this national framework for early childhood stimulation for children was launched from 0 to 3, right? Just give me a minute. Here you can see, it will be better clear to you. The Ministry of Women, Child and Development, they have launched a national curriculum for early childhood care and education for children from 3 to 6 years, and a national framework for early childhood stimulation for children from birth to 6 years. Basically, what is this is here, how we should tackle students, right? How should we take care of them? What are the stimulations that we should give them? What are the practices that we should follow in order to enhance the cognition of those students in the early stages, because these are the crucial stages, and the development in these stages will be long lasting and have huge impact on those children in their life ahead, right? So what are the practices, what are the stimulus that we should give them should be focused, and in this particular framework it is decided, right? Like how should we treat them, what are the ways of help the students grow, what are the ways we should nurture them, like love them, talk to them, play with them, positive guidance are important, right? And the first 36 months age of a child is very crucial for their development ahead. Moving on, here you can see the National Framework for Early Childhood Stimulation. This 2024 framework will empower caregivers and Anganwadi workers for holistic early stimulation, that is in the early stages of life, and based on the principles of responsive caregiving and opportunities for early learning, it ensures optimal development of children, both body and brain. It fills conceptual and practical gaps in the understanding of care and stimulation based on nurturing care framework, and the framework is designed to provide the Anganwadi workers with a basic understanding of the way children grow, the importance of brain development and need for the nurturing care. Moving on, next is the interest rate on small savings scheme remains unchanged for the first quarter of fiscal year 25. So if we look at this, the saving deposit, the interest rate is 4%. 1 year post deposit 6.9%. 2 year post deposit 7%. 3 year 7.1%, and 5 year post office deposit scheme will fetch you a 7.5% return. Then 5 year recurring deposit will give you 6.7%. National savings certificate will give you 7.7%. Kisan Vikas Patra, that will mature in 115 months, will provide you 7.5% return. Then PPF, Public Provident Fund 7.1, Sukanya Samriddhi account 8.2, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme 8.2, and monthly income account 7.4%. Right? And they are still remain unchanged. Next, banking and finance. SEBI expanded the framework for qualified stockbrokers and mandates registration on index providers. See, we know that who are stockbrokers, who help the people buy stocks and who help them invest in the stock. So what is happening now is, we have seen recently that SEBI also cracked down on various people who used to give stock advices on YouTube, right? They were providing people about when they should buy and sell, and even SEBI asked such investors, has asked such people to make themselves registered on the SEBI, and whenever they were putting a video or any post or a video on their channel, then they should provide with this registration number on that particular video or the post that they are certified stockbroker or register. All right, because what will help this is, this will help in such a way that it will give a credible information, or this will help the people to give credible information in the market, because everyone now can open a YouTube account, right? Even I can go and open a YouTube account right now and start giving stock advices irrespective of the knowledge that I have, right? It might be correct, it might not be correct, and multiple people, when they will watch my videos, they might get influenced by it, and on that basis of that influence, they might even buy that stock which I recommended to them instead, because they thought that I am having the knowledge of it. But in reality, multiple YouTubers who don't know about stocks, who do not have the knowledge, all they just know is how to invest, how to buy and sell stocks. So in order to curb that, right, in order to provide a check on that, so that people in the market does not get the wrong information and they do not get influenced by any such individual, so that was the reason that these people need to be registered. Then now some parameters has been added to keep a check on the stockbroker, such as your compliance score of the stockbroker, grievance redressal score of the stockbroker, like how many complaints has he been resolving, then proprietary trading volumes of the stockbrokers. Apart from this, some earlier parameters were that the total number of acting clients that a stockbroker has, then the available total assets of the clients the particular stockbroker is handling, or we can say the AUM that he was handling, assets under management, then trading volume of the stockbroker, correct? So these are the things that were kept under check. One more thing, friends, apart from this, the global index providers, they do not need SEBI registration unless their indices are used by domestic asset managers with significant funds. Indices inclusively used abroad are exempt from it. And remember, apart from this, an oversight committee will govern all the aspects of the benchmark. It will separate from the department handling daily index calculations, such as duty includes reviewing your index design changes, overseeing the new benchmark introductions, and audits and etc. Right? So move on. Next, which bank has partnered with 197 communication for UPI transaction? This 197 communication, remember, this is the parent company of Paytm. So in order to carry out UPI transactions on Paytm, SBI, State Bank of India, that is India's largest public sector bank, has entered in a partnership with 197 Communication Limited to settle UPI transactions that will be acquiring a UPI transaction upon acquiring the third party app provider license, right? So this bank, SBI Bank, they will be acquiring third party app provider license. Apart from this, the three other third party app provider license are with whom? HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, and Yes Bank. So, and now it is SBI Bank. These are the four banks that will be partnered, or that has partnered with Paytm or 197 communications for UPI transactions. Next, here you can see it is SBI. Next, which movie has won 7 awards at the 96th Academy Awards? So during the 96th Academy Awards, that were the Oscars 2024, where were they held? They were held in LA, Los Angeles, California, USA. And these Oscars, question asked here is, which is that movie that has won 7 awards here? So it is the movie Oppenheimer, correct? It won 7 awards. And this movie was directed by whom? It was directed by Christopher Nolan. Who was the actor here? Cillian Murphy. And best supporting actor, Robert Downey Jr. Remember, here the best actor award was given to Cillian Murphy. Best supporting actor award was given to Robert Downey Jr. Correct? And this is the movie that has won a total of 7 awards, among which these 3 are important that you need to remember. Right? Next is, who has been elected as the president of Paralympic Committee of India? So Devendra Jajaria has been elected as the president of Paralympic Committee of India. Right? He succeeded whom? He succeeded the para athlete Deepa Malik, correct, as the president of Paralympic Committee of India, whose term ended on 31st of January 2024. Right? Important, take a note of it. Apart from this, remember, Devendra Jajaria was honored with Padma Shri in 2012, Padma Bhushan in 2022 in the field of sports. Next, here you can see Devendra Jajaria elected as the president of Paralympic Committee of India. Moving on, let's move to some CCI approvals. Correct. Recently, CCI approved the following mergers, among which one is your merger of Garagpreneurs Internet Private Limited with the Northeast Small Finance Bank. I repeat, here a financial technology company, that is Garagpreneurs Internet Private Limited, they have recently merged with the Northeast Small Finance Bank. Then second, remember, CCI approves the acquisition stake in Asian Institute of Nephrology and Urology Private Limited. Right? And who will be acquiring it or acquiring the stake in this Asian Institute of Nephrology and Urology Private Limited? TPG Growth, VSF Markets Private Limited and Waverly Private Limited. Right? So they will be acquiring stake in the Asian Institute of Nephrology and Urology Private Limited. Nephrology is basically related to your kidney. Nephrologist is the person who deals with kidney. Right? Next is Aditya Birla Finance to be amalgamated with Aditya Birla Capital. I repeat, the board of directors of Aditya Birla Capital Limited has approved the scheme of amalgamation of Aditya Birla Finance Limited with Aditya Birla Capital Limited. The scheme aims to make Aditya Birla Capital Limited a large, unified, operating non-banking financial company, NBFC. Next is Union Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has unveiled the book Israel War Diary written by Vishal Pandey. I repeat, this book, the book that is Israel War Diary. The book is authored by whom? Vishal Pandey. The book will be launched by whom or unveiled by whom? It was unveiled by Anurag Singh Thakur. Right? Israel War Diary and authored by Vishal Pandey. Launched at an event in New Delhi. And this book speaks about the war between Israel and Harkat al-Muqamun al-Islamiyah, that is Hamas. Right? The book is published by Prabhat Prakashan Private Limited. It will be available in Hindi language and this is the first book authored by Vishal Pandey. Next is your important days. World Kidney Day. When do we observe this? It is observed on 14th of March, right? World Kidney Day. And this is annually observed across the globe on 2nd of this Thursday. 2nd Thursday of March month. And this time it was on 14th of March. So on 14th of March we observe World Kidney Day. And this is to raise awareness of kidney disease and reduce the impact of kidney and its associated health problems. And this was observed in 2024 on 14th of March. And we have seen who is the person who deals with kidney. It is nephrologist, right? Nephrology is the study of kidney. Then International Day of Mathematics, we observe this on 14th of March and this was the 5th edition of the International Day of Mathematics that was observed and the theme being playing with maths. So International Day of Mathematics annually observed across the globe on 14th of March to create awareness about the importance of mathematics in addressing the challenges in areas such as AI, climate change, energy and sustainable development. And this 14th of March marks the 5th edition of the IDM, that is International Day of Mathematics, and here is the theme that you need to remember. Right? So when was the first time it was observed? In the year 2020. Next is International Day of Action for Rivers, observed on 14th of March, and it is to raise awareness about the importance of rivers and advocate for their protection and preservation. The day aims to draw attention to the threats faced by the rivers, and this 14th of March, this marks the 27th anniversary of the International Day of Action for Rivers. This 2024 themes of International Day for Action River is Water for All. This is the theme that you need to remember. The first ever International Day of Action for Rivers and Water was observed in 1998. Next is related to state news. Telangana's Chief Minister Anumala Revanth Reddy has launched Indra Mau Idula housing scheme. I repeat, Indirima Idulu. This is a housing scheme launched by the Telangana's Chief Minister A.R. Reddy, that is Anmula Revanth Reddy. And this housing scheme is basically to provide houses for the homeless people in the state of Telangana in districts such as Bhadrachalam, Bhadrari, Kothagudam districts of Telangana. Here, houses to provide them houses with for to the houseless people. This Indirima Idulu scheme, that is a housing scheme of which state? It is of Telangana, that was recently launched. Next is Maharashtra cabinet. One more thing, remember, if we talk about the scheme, the government of Telangana will construct almost 4.5 lakh Indirima houses for 22,500 crore under the scheme, and a provisional agreement was made to allocate 3,500 houses to each constituency. Next is Maharashtra. Maharashtra has approved the renaming of 8th railway station in Mumbai. So Maharashtra cabinet headed by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde approved the renaming of the 8 railway station in Mumbai, right? So these are the 8 railway stations that will be renamed, right? The following is the new names of the station: Curry Road as Lalbagh, Sandarhurst Road as Dongri, Marine Line as Mumbai Devi, Cotton Green as Kala Chowki, Charni Road as Girgaon, Dockyard Road as Madgaon, and King Circle as Tirthakar Parsivnath, right? And the cabinet has also approved the proposal to Railway Minister to rename Mumbai Central Railway as Nana Jagannath Sankareshat Railway Station. Correct? So these are some change of names that has been recently approved by Maharashtra cabinet. So friends, these were your important days for the day. Let's go important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. PM Modi visited these states and we have seen various projects there. Then Ministry of Women, Child and Development has introduced national curriculum for ECCE and national framework for early childhood stimulation. Interest rates on small saving schemes remains unchanged for first quarter of fiscal year 25. SEBI expanded the framework for qualified stock brokers, mandates registration of index providers. SBI has partnered with 197 Communication for UPI transactions. 96th Academy Awards. Here, Oppenheimer has won 7 awards. Devendra Jhajaria has been elected as the President of Paralympic Committee of India. We saw the CCI approvals. Then Aditya Birla Finance to be amalgamated with Aditya Birla Capital Limited. Aditya Birla Finance to be amalgamated with Aditya Birla Capital. Then Union Minister Anurag Singh Thakur unveiled the book Israel War Diary written by Vishal Pandey. World Kidney Day on 14th of March. International Day of Mathematics on 14th of March. International Day of Action for Rivers on 14th of March. And Telangana's Chief Minister Anumula Revanth Reddy launched Indrama Idulu housing scheme. And Maharashtra cabinet has approved renaming of 8 railway stations in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Do like the video. Now let's move to some revision part. Name the Indian naval ship that has recently commissioned by the Indian Navy at Minicoy, the southernmost island in Lakshadweep. So which is that Indian naval ship that has recently commissioned by the Indian Navy at Minicoy, the southernmost island in Lakshadweep? It is INS Jatayu. Next is who has recently won the season opening F1 Bahrain Grand Prix 2024. So Max Verstappen has won the Bahrain Grand Prix that was held at Bahrain from 29th of Feb to 2nd of March. And remember, Max Verstappen, this is the second consecutive win for Max Verstappen at the Bahrain Grand Prix title. That is, he also won 2023 title and as well as 2024 title. Next, the government has announced a plan to sell up to how much % stake in NLC India Limited through an offer for sale. So the government has planned to sell up to 7% stake in NLC India Limited through an offer for sale, and there will be a floor price for the same at 212 rupees per share. Next, according to the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy data released in March 2024, India's retail inflation will likely to fall. How much percent? It will likely to fall between 4.3% to 4.4% in fiscal year 25. This data was released by CMIE, that is Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. Samudra Lakshmana 2024. This is the third edition of India-Malaysia Maritime Exercise held from 28th of Feb to 2nd of March. Question asked here is, in which city was this Samudra Lakshmana exercise was held? Samudra Lakshmana exercise, right? It was held between India and Malaysia. It was held between India and Malaysia. What is the location where this exercise was held? Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Right, at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, this exercise was held, and this exercise was held between the Navy of India and Navy of Malaysia. The next question can be asked that from Indian side, which Indian naval ship took part here? INS Kiltan took part in this exercise. Next, which of the following countries have recently become the members of the World Trade Organization, WTO, that is Union of Comoros and Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. These two countries have recently become the members of World Trade Organization. Right, and the signing ceremony for these countries was held during the World Trade Organization's 13th ministerial conference that was held at UAE in Abu Dhabi. Next, which university has recently topped the medal tally of 4th edition of Khelo India University Games with a total of 71 medals held in the northeastern region of India? So it is Chandigarh University. Right, Chandigarh University has topped the 4th edition of Khelo India University Games in the northeastern region, and Chandigarh University topped the medal tally with a total of 71 medals. Out of these 71 medals, 32 were gold, 18 were silver, and 21 were bronze. Right? Next, then there is a mascot here. What is the mascot of this Khelo India University Games? It is Ashtalakshmi. Lakshmi, and this Ashtalakshmi, it is a butterfly. It is a butterfly. Next, who has recently set a record of best Indian time in 100-meter girls freestyle swimming at the 11th Asian Group Aquatics Championship held in Philippines? Now the important question also becomes the location. Where was the 11th edition of Asia Group Aquatics Championship held? It was held in Philippines. Right? Now the question is, who recently set a record for the best Indian time in 100 meters girls freestyle swimming? Who is she? Dhinidhi Disinghu. Dhinidhi Disinghu. Correct? And she has set a record in 100 meters freestyle event during the 11th Asian Group Aquatics Championship in the best Indian time in 100-meter girls freestyle swimming. Next is 12th edition of the International Intellectual Property Index was released by US Chamber of Commerce in Feb, and India has retained which rank with an overall score of 38.64%, while dash country has topped the list. So if we talk about the rank of India in this International Intellectual Property Index, so India stands at 42nd position and United States of America is at the first position. Correct? This is International Intellectual Property Index, and remember, this was the 12th edition of this index that was recently released. So right option here becomes option 2. Next, according to quarterly estimates of GDP for October to December quarter, that is the third quarter of fiscal year 24, this data was released by NSO in Feb 2024, and India's GDP grew at -%. So remember, in the third quarter of fiscal year 24, India's GDP grew by how much percent? So India's GDP grew by 8.4%. Right, this was better than the expected data, and we were actually expecting around 7.3% of growth, but actually we clocked 8.4% GDP. Next, who recently became the first Indian citizen to be conferred with the title of the Knight Commander of the Most Excellent Order of British Empire under the King Charles III reign? So remember, Sunil Bharti Mittal. Sunil Bharti Mittal, he is the founder and chairman of Bharti Enterprise, and he became the first Indian citizen to be conferred with the Knight Commander, of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire under the King Charles III reign. Right, and this was for his service to UK and India business relations. Then this KBE, Knight Commander of the Most Excellent Order, this KBE, it is one of the highest honors conferred by the British sovereign to civilians granted to foreign nationals in recognition of their outstanding contribution. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairperson of Lokpal? So recently, Ajay Manikrao Khanvilkar has been recently appointed as the chairperson of Lokpal. Right, and remember, he will be the second regular chairperson of Lokpal. This question can also be asked, that who will be the second chairperson of Lokpal? So Ajay Manikrao will be the chairperson of Lokpal. Next, in Feb, DRDO successfully conducted the flight test of Very Short Range Air Defense System missile, that is a MANPAS. MANPAS is Manned Portable Air Defense System. So DRDO conducted the flight test of this Very Short Range Air Defense System missile, a MANPAS system. So question asked here is, where was this flight test conducted? It was at Chandipur of the coast of Odisha. Conducted by whom? It was conducted by DRDO, right? And it was on 28th and 29th of Feb. Then this Very Short Range Air Defense System, this was designed and developed by Research Center Imarat in collaboration with DRDO. Correct? Moving on. Dash Civil Accounts Day was observed across India on 1st of March. So 48th Civil Accounts Day was observed across India on 1st of March 2024, and this was the 48th Civil Accounts Day. Next, LIC of India paid dash amount as an interim dividend to the government of India. So LIC paid 2,441 crore rupees as interim dividend to the government of India. Next, Union Finance Ministry has slapped 5.49 crore rupees penalty on Dash Payments Bank of India for violation on the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. And I have also given the answer. It is Paytm Payments Bank, right? We all know all the restriction that is going on Paytm Bank, right? And recently a 5.49 crore rupees penalty was imposed on Paytm Payment Bank by RBI, by Finance Ministry for violations of the Money Laundering Act. Next, Ministry of Defence signed 5 major capital acquisitions of Dash contracts with Hall, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, L&T and BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited in New Delhi. So Ministry of Defence signed these 5 major capital acquisition. They were worth 39,125 crore rupees and they were with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, L&T and BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited. Next, which organization or bank has recently partnered with DPIIT to organize a national workshop on logistic efficiency enhancement in New Delhi? It is World Bank, right? World Bank has recently partnered with DPIIT to organize national workshop on logistics efficiency enhancement in New Delhi. This workshop brought together the logistics sector community to discuss and identify factors affecting the logistics performance and areas of improvement. Next, RBI revised the regulatory framework for Bharat Bill Pay payment system based on a review of developments in the payments landscape. The revised directions, called RPI BBPS Directions 2024, will be applicable from when? So they will be applicable from 1st of April 2024. Remember, these RBI Directions 2024, they were issued to reduce the compliance burdens of the banks and non-banks on the issues related to the supervisory returns and risk mitigation. Next, in Feb, RBI updated their enabling framework for regulatory sandbox to streamline the process for fintech companies. RBI has extended the overall timeline for the regulatory sandbox process from 7th month to dash, excluding the preliminary screening period. So RBI, they have extended the overall timeline for regulatory sandbox from 7 months to 9 months. First thing. Now there will be a sandbox. What is this sandbox? Sandbox is an environment where before launching the product to for the general public, there is an environment, there is a set of people, or we can say there is a community where this particular application will be tested and then that application will be released for the general public. So that is an environment where testing will be done on that particular service, on that application, so that before launching it to the public, that can be tested. So the overall timeline for the regulatory sandbox process has been extended from 7 months to 9 months. That will also include your screening period. Next, which bank or financial company has recently signed an MOU with NPCI International Payments Limited to transform the cross-border payments using UPI platform? So NPCI, that is NIPL. NPCI is your National Payment Corporation of India and NIPL is your NPCI International Payments Limited. Correct? So which is that organization? It is Eurobank SA. They have partnered with NIPL in order to facilitate and transform cross-border transactions using UPI platform. Next, who was recently appointed as the part-time chairman of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. So, S. Ravindran. S. Ravindran has been recently appointed as the part-time chairman of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. And currently, S. Ravindran, he is serving as the independent director of T&B. Correct? Next. Which country's research sensing and imaging satellite Pars-1 has recently launched the launched by Soyuz 2.1b. Now forget this question, just focus on this Soyuz 2.1b. I have told multiple times, whenever this rocket comes, this rocket is of which country? It is of Russia. Soyuz 2.1b. Whenever Soyuz comes, consider it is a rocket of Russia. Now the question is saying that this Pars-1 satellite, right, this is a remote sensing satellite and imaging satellite. Which country's satellite is this? This question is being asked to you, that was launched by Soyuz 2.1b rocket of Russia. So this Pars-1, this is of Iran. This Pars-1 is of Iran. Correct? Next, which of the following book is not authored by Fali Sam Nariman, a renowned Indian jurist and Padma awardee? So which of the following books was not authored by them? So all of the book except The Majesty of the Law, this book was not authored by him. Next, Union Minister of Coal Prahlad Joshi launched the Coal Logistic Plan and Policy. Question asked here is, the Coal Logistic Plan proposes a strategic shift towards a railway-based system in first mile connectivity projects, aiming for a dash reduction in rail logistic cost and an annual cost saving of 21,000 crore rupees. So question asked here is that they are aiming for how much % reduction in the rail logistic cost. See, logistic cost is basically when a product goes from A location to B location, the amount of cost that will be required to transfer this product from A to B is your logistic cost. Correct? And under this Coal Logistic Plan, it is stated that in this the reduction will be there in the rail logistic cost. And how much reduction? So 14% reduction will be there in this core rail logistic cost, and there will be an annual saving of 21,000 crore rupees. Apart from this, this will also reduce the air pollution, and it is estimated almost 1 lakh ton of carbon dioxide, or we can say 1 lakh tons of pollution will be reduced per annum. Name the company that has recently partnered with Unit of Science and Educational Development to support the education of children in UP, and that too in the Siddharth Nagar district of UP. So, which is that? It is REC Limited, right? They have recently partnered with Unit of Science and Educational Development to support the education of children in Siddharth Nagar district of UP. Here almost 75,500 children in Siddharth Nagar district of UP will be supported, and their education will be supported here. And REC, they have committed 9.91 crore rupees for the same, and this will be done under the corporate social responsibility of the REC Limited. Next, which company has recently got suspended from the RBI to finance against shares and debentures? It is JM Financial Products Limited, right? They have recently been suspended from the Reserve Bank of India to finance against shares and debentures. Next, who has recently sworn in as the Prime Minister of Pakistan for the second term? So, Shehbaz Sharif has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Pakistan for the second term. Next, e-way bill must be generated when there is a movement of goods of more than dash amount in value to or from a registered person. So e-way bill, right? This bill, correct? And this will be generated when there is a movement of a good from movements of a good from to or from a registered person, and if it is more than of how much amount of 50,000 rupees. Whenever a bill is a movement of goods of more than 50,000 rupees is held, then this e-way bill will be generated. Correct? And NIC, that is National Informatics Center, announced that the selected GST players will not be able to generate e-bills without details of e-invoice from 1st of March 2024. Right? And remember, every registered person who causes the movement of goods of consignment value of more than 50,000 rupees is required to generate an e-way bill. And this is requirement. And this requirement is basically between two states and within a states, right? In that case, if the goods is more than 50,000 rupees and he is a registered person, then he need to generate this e-way bill. Next, Union Minister of Steel Jyotir Aditya Scindia has recently inaugurated India's first green hydrogen plant in stainless steel sector. So, where was this inaugurated? India's first green hydrogen plant in stainless steel sector. It is in Haryana, right? In Haryana too, it will be in Hisar, correct? And this green hydrogen plant has been set up by Jindal Steel Limited in association with Hi Genco Green Energies Private Limited. Next, National Sample Survey Office NSSO under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation have signed an MOU with ISRO's National Remote Sensing Center to facilitate urban dash survey in digital mode. So indirectly, full form of UFS is asked, that is your urban frame survey. Correct? So coming back, NSSO, right? They have signed this MOU with whom? With ISRO, and it was to facilitate urban frame survey in digital mode. This survey is conducted once every 5 years, and it is to maintain a frame of compact geographical units. That means whenever you see a map, correct, the outlines of the maps are provided through this survey only, right? The correct outlines, and this is conducted once every 5 years. Next, which bank has recently partnered with Ease My Trip to launch a co-branded premier travel credit card? It is Punjab National Bank, right? Punjab National Bank partnered with Ease My Trip to launch a co-branded premier travel credit card, and the card is intended for both mass and premium customers, and it offers a variety of rewards for Indian travelers. Next, according to the data released by DPIIT, Ministry of Commerce and Industry in March 2024, the FDI inflows in India has decreased by 13% to $32.03 billion in April to December 2023. I repeat, DPIIT, they have released the data, and according to them, the FDI, that is foreign direct investment inflows in India, has decreased by 13% to $32.03 billion in April to December 2023. Here, the less investments were seen in sectors like computer hardware, software, telecom, auto, and pharma sector. Next is our homework section. First, blue line term recently seen in news serves as the boundary between which of the following two countries? Second, where was India's first Future Lab Center inaugurated? Third, researchers discovered a new scorpion species with 8 eyes and 8 legs in which country? Fourth, which university conferred President Murmu with honorary degree of Doctor of Civil Law? And fifth, according to recent released CEEW's report, which of the following states have been placed on the top in water management, and which is the state that is facing the water crisis right now? Tell me that also, right? A state in India is facing high water crisis. What is the name of that state? So these are your 5 homework questions, and maximum participation is required from all the students watching this video. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.